we're live. Howdy, everybody.
Hello.
It's nice to be back. It's been a week. We took a break. We're refreshed. We forgot everything that we tried to do. But we're back here. My name is Fabs. I am the storyteller for Manhattan by Midnight. Thank you for joining us. This is Going Critical. It's where I take your favorite content creators and run them through wonderful worlds of fantasy. So yeah, we're doing Vampire the Masquerade. This is the 4th episode. And I'm going to introduce you guys to our cast. Let's start with Kai.
Howdy, everyone. I'm Kai. I will be playing your Bruges, Andre, who really likes his baseball bat and does not like society stuff, which is funny.
Next is Alex.
Hello, my name is Alex at Aldermancy. I use he, they pronouns, and tonight I am playing Aurelius, a terrible French vampire who deserves to have the shit kicked out of him.
Amazing. Next is Blue Jay.
Buddy, I'm Blue Jay, she, her pronouns. I am excited to be here. Always. And I play Elizabeth Siddall, the pre-Raphaelite muse, the one and only. And she is also she, her pronouns. Toreador, obviously.
Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I go with she, her pronouns. I am playing Rowan, the Ravnos vampire, I don't know how else to put it, who uses she, they pronouns.
And last but not least, Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny. I'm playing Evie, who uses she, they, or she, her pronouns. Sorry, I used my own. And she is a Tremere. And yeah, she's the youngling of the party in certain ways.
Amazing.
And because I forgot, my pronouns are he, they, she, and Andre is he, him.
Awesome. Again, I'm Fabs. I'm the storyteller. I go by he, him, or dad. Depends. Dad, not daddy.
Dad slash what?
That's
Yeah.
different. Just dad.
Dad self.
And yeah, last we left off, we found that the coterie is in this weird thing that's happening right now in New York City. They have a new haven located in the West Village, and they basically are trying to get the lay of the land. Fortunately, a bunch of new players in town have been fucking their shit up and pretty much giving them grief. But yeah, we're gonna get into that. Last session, they found a member of the Spire, which is a new sect in the city, and one of its members tried to attempt to attack the coterie. He was subdued, and now that we are in back at the Haven, as he is restrained and awaiting interrogation. Yeah, you see this gentleman. You're familiar with him, Evie. You know him as Daniel. But he was identified as a Nancy by Kai's sire. He stands about 6 feet. He's got really well-tamed hair. He's in this kind of Letterman jacket. You see that the tips of the leather jacket have been a little scorched, but not completely burned. It seems that whatever they did previously has kept their clothes intact. And yeah. So what are you guys doing? This guy is just tied up in a chair.
I think as soon as the 3 members of the coterie who ran off come back with this person, there would be, because if I'm remembering correctly from last time, Elizabeth had run into Anansi before,
Yes.
just briefly, but I kind of teased Evie about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Elizabeth is kind of like, I don't know which of you I would want to take aside. Maybe Rowan. Maybe Rowan I know better. And like she's just not trying to be like super subtle about it, just trying to like not discuss everything in front of the person we're holding captive, sort of deal. But yeah, if you'll go with her, she'll like try and take you aside in the like foyer or wherever we are. I don't know, the front room. This guy's tied to a chair, the dining room. I don't know. I don't know. And she's just like, so what exactly happened while you were gone?
We Andre started fighting this guy's friend, if I remember correctly, and I shot him. And let me know if Emily's remembering this right, because I'm
Yes,
trying
of
to
course.
recap.
I'll correct
you
whatever.
can just say that you said that. What
Yeah,
happened.
basically.
That's also fine.
We shot this man.
Well, it'll take more than a gunshot to keep him from speaking about us. Do we know what he wanted? Another person after the journal? Another kindred after the journal?
Yeah, it doesn't. It seems like we might have gotten in the middle of something that we are not prepared for.
Well, Evie seems determined to keep our foot just soundly in the middle. I will talk to him. Do I know if, I'm not super familiar with anybody, but do I know if anyone else has like any kind of like dominate?
I do.
Yeah. You know that Aurelius is adept at dominate as well.
Oh, I have presence. I don't have dominate.
Yeah, so maybe
I
Aurelius...
also have some dominate.
Okay, that's good. Good to know.
You would know. He's not a secretive guy.
No, I was gonna say, like, there's definitely like a type of person. Like, I feel like I more often see you use your brawl, but like that's definitely.
I have a feeling Aurelius and Elizabeth might have done some measure of convincing people together.
Yes,
that's what I was leading to. Is like I feel like that might be something that we've done before. Is like the tag team interrogation sort of stuff. And then the rest of everybody, it would definitely be helpful. Because I have a feeling Anansi is not young. But Elizabeth, like after talking to Rowan, will like go out into whatever room that Anansi is in. And she has awe on, but it's in like a casual, like I'm always putting on for guests kind of way. And she's sits maybe just like a little like with out of reach of Anansi, and crosses one leg over the other, and it's just like, ordinarily I would apologize for treating a guest in this manner, but well, you did barge in a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Just getting a little impatient. And
darling.
Now raises his head. You see that he has a gunshot wound on the chest.
What's a gunshot between friends, you know?
Exactly. And yeah. So,
let us talk with the respect of our age together. Now, I know you want something, and
yes, I do.
so far your attempts to take it by force have been unsuccessful.
This is true. You
You have all
seem
of your
formidable.
You have all of your immortal life to keep trying if you wish. But other tactics, perhaps, might be more effective.
Are you suggesting something?
I'm suggesting that you try a different path, darling. Persuade me.
Persuade a lot of you. Okay.
Elizabeth kind of like, when in interrogation situation, acts like she's the head honcho. Like, she doesn't really, it's not like an all of us. She's literally like me.
Yes.
Like, she doesn't care who else is around.
I think Andre is like right next to him too, and it's just like, sure, yeah, do your thing. I'm not mad.
Who else is in the room?
And Aurelius has pulled over not a fancy chair, but an elegant stool, and is sitting maybe about 15 feet away and just kind of watching her work.
Cool. Evie and Rowan, are you guys in the room as well?
I'm trying to decide if I want to be in the room or if I want to be doing something. Can I have collected some blood though from him?
From him? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I'll let you.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, like, I didn't like go straight into this, so sorry. I was just saying, like, in my regard, obviously the DM has.
We're going into this. I'm just like making sure where everybody is, just taking stock. And lastly, Evie, where did you put the journal? Is it with
No, she doesn't keep it on her. She has it locked in her personal haven.
Okay.
That is would be in the medical village.
Okay, cool. All right. So, before we start this interrogation, this is like above game. You guys, I need you guys to make me a check.
Rouse check?
No, not a rouse check.
Oh.
Because it's still the same. It's still the same day. I do need you guys to make me a.
I'm so frightened. I can check, no reason.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No. Oh, actually, give me an intelligence and awareness.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't like how excited he sounds.
Is that everyone who's in the room?
Everybody in the room, make me an intelligence and awareness.
Did I?
Okay.
I need to figure out what I think my hunger was at 2. I can't remember if I.
Yes, it was.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. I got 4 successes.
Damn, Rowan. 2.
I also got 2 successes.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay.
2 successes.
How many
We
was?
rolled the hunger die on this too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I think I get hungrier.
Oh no. If you fail on like a hunger die, it doesn't get you hungrier. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Alex, could you repeat what you got? I just overlapped.
2 successes.
2 successes. Fantastic. Okay. So you're interrogating him. It's like, so little Miss Toreador, you want me to persuade you? How can I do that? Maybe I can start with a compliment. I really love your dress right now. It's
thank
very
you, God.
elegant. I'm pretty sure that our little friend in the alley was quite enamored by how you look today. It's a nice place. It's a nice place. I love what you guys did. It didn't look like this the last time I was here.
Yes, well.
Yeah.
Takes people living with taste in a place to really have it live up to its full potential.
Oh, trust me, I really love what you did. It reminds me a little bit of ours, but our decorator is a little bit of an eccentric, and this is more of a down to earth kind of style.
You don't think this is eccentric?
Oh.
It's a painting. Like a real painting, not something that someone bought off the internet.
Oh, trust me. If tonight goes well, and we get what we need, you might not need to meet them, but if you do, you'll get what I'm saying. So, how about I start with a please? Pretty please. As pretty as your face. Can you give me this journal?
I feel like you're not even trying right now.
No,
Like,
he's not. I think we can.
Yeah,
both
honestly, it's
accept
sad.
that he's absolutely not trying at all.
No.
I think you should show this lady some respect.
Oh, like you do? Like, how your really puppy dog eyes look at her every time? I remember seeing the two of you before. Madly in love.
Hey, how about we're the ones interrogating and you shut your fucking mouth?
Oh,
No,
man.
I actually think it's quite wonderful that he's revealing all of the things he knows about us.
Well, if you
Better to
say
know.
so.
Yeah, go on.
If you say so, Mr. Brewer, how about I just show a little bit of respect? Yeah, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I really need this journal really bad.
So
Why?
you've given us absolutely nothing. You really think a bunch of backhanded compliments and sliding in some insider quote-unquote clan knowledge will get you anywhere? I think that you might try looking at me with some puppy dog eyes. And I'm going to turn on entrancement.
Okay.
So it costs me a rouse check, so first and foremost.
Yes.
I succeed and don't get hungrier. And then I will roll charisma and presence versus their composure and wit to see whether it is
Composure.
effective. So my hunger die.
This guy has low composure.
It's very obvious.
Charisma and
After Elizabeth does that, or at least stands up from the chair and steps over to behind her as well.
I'll
Does
give
this
you
guy have, like,
I'll give you a +1 to the roll, Elizabeth. Add a die.
does this guy have like any bag on him or anything that we could have looked through?
No, he didn't. He didn't bring a bag.
Okay.
I would have. If you searched his pockets, he has a cell phone.
You definitely have the cell phone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, unless Andre took it, Rowan's just looking through.
Yeah, he had a
all
cell.
this shit.
He had
He
a-
was carrying a guy. He's like, no, you do this one.
So what you got is a cell phone, a set of old keys, like old timey, like handle kind of like teeth keys, and he also has a handkerchief in his pocket.
Okay.
if it has any blood on it, burn it immediately.
It doesn't have any blood. It's just it actually looks very pristine. It looks unused.
Is there anything on his phone? Like any like text messages or like saved memes or anything like that? Like,
Roll me an intelligence plus technology check, and I'm gonna get back to Elizabeth while you do that. Okay?
okay.
I rolled
cool.
a 4.
You rolled a 4.
Well, I mean, I rolled 4 successes.
Okay. What was your entrancement?
So it just focuses my unnatural allure on a single person, instilling in them a fascination or infatuation akin to falling head over heels in love. They do their best to remain in my good graces,
Okay.
but stop short of causing themselves or their loved ones physical harm.
Fantastic. Okay. He looks as if he is. He breathes heavy for a bit, and then he just slumps back in the chair, a little bit more relaxed, and is like, I apologize. I think I've been a little bit hasty.
That's much better.
Yeah, you're noticing now with his much calmer visage, it's not uncommon for vampire like kindred to have different colored eyes, but this is probably one of the rare occasions you see his eyes are blood red.
Well, I don't know enough about vampire to know if that's like significant of something.
No, it's more of a homebrew
aesthetic
thing.
choice.
Yeah, aesthetic choice.
Okay. I mean, I could be into it. Yeah.
Look, a lot of you are in a bit of a pickle. You guys are in between something that you don't want to be in, and
Trust me, we know.
Arlias leans forward over her shoulder and says, I think it would be best if you told the lady of the house what exactly your group is planning when it comes to sandwiching us between sides. And I'm going to use Mesmerize.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay.
Team baby.
You add one more die to your and tell me what
we're
I'm
helping each other out.
Exactly.
This is manipulation plus dominate versus intelligence plus resolve.
Okay. Now this guy has a lot of resolve. So let's see this.
Is he resisting though?
He doesn't seem to.
Because it's not. Yeah, it's not. If it's not causing himself physical harm, he might. The entrancement might just make him be like, okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's still do
I get the extra dice, right?
Yeah.
You still get the extra die. Also, how many successes did you get?
That is 3.
3? Well, I did not get any successes. So, it's fine.
Okay. And Mesmerize says, here we are, that the vampire can issue complex commands to a victim as long as they have the subject's gaze and relative quiet to issue instructions.
Mm-hmm.
The instructions must be carried out immediately to the victim's best ability and must not contain any conditional actions as this would require the victim to exercise cognition. So, follows a complex order, explaining what the group is up to.
Look, I'm just trying to get my sire, all right? Just trying to find him, and we'll get out of your hair.
Well, that is a noble.
Yes, I understand that. This sire, is this a sire of the entire group? This is what you seek?
No, this is my sire. The entire group. We're just a bunch of misfits. Brought by my sire.
Is clarification, darling. I know that we've met here and there, but I'm not familiar with your sire.
No. He's a secretive man. I'm the one who really enjoys getting out there.
And I love that about you, truly. Why is this journal necessary?
Well, do you know what's in the journal?
I mean, of course I do. But, you could always just tell me what you know so that we both know.
He just laughs and it's a bunch of locations. It's a bunch of locations and
Well, actually I did know that because the other guy told me. Okay.
It's where they're holding my sire, and we have the cipher, but I need the locations and the times of where he will be.
What happens when you find your sire?
Oh, don't worry about that.
I do think you've made it our business to worry about it.
Are you Camarilla dogs, or are you?
Do I look like a Camarilla dog? Aurelia, sure, but
True.
we do our own business here.
I've always thought Aurelius was more of a cat person.
I am fond of the critters.
Yeah. No. Well, honestly, I just want my sire back. His plans are his plans. I need everybody to make wits and awareness rolls, please.
Yeah. Okay.
What was your tech roll? Rowan, don't do the wits and awareness because you're doing the tech thing. You're preoccupied. What was your roll for that?
I only got one success on that.
One success.
Yeah.
You get a
Uh,
you look at you look at the phone, you see that the contacts only have 4 other numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The names are Chester.
Okay.
Um
Chester was the one that died, right? Or am I...
no.
No, Chester.
I
We
just
met
wanna-
Chester though.
I just need to say that I just had a messy critical on my roll.
Oh
I got
no!
Thank God.
5
Okay.
successes.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
So I just needed to say that because I'm scared.
Amazing. Chester's
Oh,
name
no.
has an emoji next to it that has like the nerd emoji.
Okay.
You
the
have
nerd, yeah.
the name Ramsey.
Okay.
You have the name
And-
Neve spelled in the Irish spelling with a butterfly next to it. And the last name is Marinette, which is just a woman on it. Like the emoji.
Okay.
And
I have gotten a bestial failure.
okay,
soon.
we're gonna get through those.
You guys!
We're gonna get through those. I love it.
Do
So
you want me to roll it even if I'm not in that room?
yes, please. And messages. It looks like you see a text message from like just one message with all the numbers, and it's a group chat.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the group chat is basically Neve said, I think it's a really bad idea what you're doing. Marionette says, do whatever you want, just don't get us involved. Chester is, where the hell are you? Don't do this. You're gonna cause more problems than we need. And Neve is, Chester, please, it's gonna be so much fun if he does it. And then you see him text is like, I'm going in. And that was about like 15-30 minutes before the whole ordeal.
Is that the entirety of the messages?
There's more, but within this
We can
time,
get to it later. Yeah.
within this time, that's the only thing that you've seen. Okay, I'm gonna go around to ask about the results. Evie, what did you get?
4 successes.
4 successes. What do you call this? Andre, what did you get? 4 successes. Okay. Before we resolve the two of you, actually, we're gonna resolve the bestial failure and the messy critical first. So let's see. Messy criticals are, let's do the bestial failure first because that is the easiest to
Yep.
so you are gonna suffer your clan compulsion, and
Excellent. Makes sense.
you want this person to submit to your will. You want answers, you want everything right now, and that's how you feel. And then 4 this is interesting because this is the first time I'm actually doing a messy critical.
One for me before.
Sure.
When I was kind of suffered my clan compulsion a little bit there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it says, what's the messy crit?
So, messy critical. Okay, so it succeeds, but at a huge cost. So,
Yeah, I don't know what I'm succeeding on, so this will be interesting.
this is gonna be interesting because you all notice that this guy is awfully subservient, even more so than you would expect, and you start hearing footsteps around the house. and you notice that this thing in front of you isn't really anybody. Rowan, now that you look up, you notice something. This is some form of chemistry. This is some form of trick that you normally do.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. I would say...
Like he's a puppet?
It's
like
an
he's an
illusion.
illusion.
Yeah.
Let's go with... We're gonna figure out your clan composition, Blue Jay, but definitely you guys notice now that this guy is not really in front of you. This is all a hallucination.
What if,
Andre's gonna take off running towards the security cameras. Putting that out there.
I mean, you said we heard footsteps, right?
Yeah, upstairs, right?
Around the house. I thought you said.
Yes.
What if like the messy critical is just like she finds the window closest to the footsteps and just like, jumps out it and like reaches for whomever's there.
Pretty much your clan compulsion is obsession. So you need to find this person.
That seems like what I would do then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, obsession is great. So Elizabeth like notices maybe it's scent based that the person that she's interrogating isn't really there.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, people use all sorts of tricks and traps. We're vampires. Like, Kindred has been doing this forever. She's not young. She's used to this sort of thing. But for some reason, maybe because he mentioned Jeremy earlier and she kind of knows that Jeremy's probably dead and is a little bummed about it. For some reason, this just like sets her off. Like, how dare someone try and pull one over on her in this manner in her own home, which she just got to for the first time. But anyway, she hears those footsteps, and without even thinking about it, with like I don't have celerity or anything, but I am a vampire. So like with the speed that, of her age, she just like runs straight to the nearest exit window. I don't know, like the fireplace, like anything that will get her towards the footsteps, and just like, runs through the window or jumps through the window or like climbs bodily up the fireplace, and without even thinking, like with that bestial ferocity, just like jumps on whomever it is that was in the like walking around, whoever's footsteps she heard.
Deep. And with celerity, Aurelius a little bit more dignified, I would say, but still with like an unnatural snarl to his face, just chases up the stairs, like one up the fireplace, one very quickly up the stairs.
Okay. And Andre went to the surveillance room, right? What are the other two doing?
I think Rowan is just like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, I think she'll go look, maybe follow Andre a little bit, go look for some sign of person in the house without jumping out of any specific windows.
Okay. And Evie, are you doing anything specific?
Yeah, Evie will have grabbed her dagger, and she is going to have a bloodstone on her, and she's going to be very, like, carefully and quietly moving through the house, like, not trying to dash for whatever this is. Having realized, like, okay, he's going to mindfuck us, that's his plan. She is going to try to, like, look for splotches of blood, look for eyeballs. Like, she knows that so far has been his calling card. So she's going to very carefully be, like, moving around that first floor, trying to see if she can find him. Because the footsteps might be a trick.
Okay.
The only one with sense right now.
So, we're gonna go one by one. Evie, roll me a dexterity plus stealth roll.
Okay. Nothing in stealth. This will be great. Hunger dice only. Bestial failure. I got a 2 and a 1. And all I had was a hunger dice.
Perfect.
How are we doing this?
Excellent.
So yeah.
What?
You and me, Andre.
I tried to be cool.
You
Okay.
did.
Okay. With the bestial failure. Okay. You are gonna suffer. Let's see. This is hard. 3
Night
people
is
with
just great. Yeah.
You know what? I think that things are really going wrong. You're getting frustrated, and I think that your hunger, we're just gonna make it a hunger compulsion. All right? Actually, no. Actually, what's perfect here is a paranoia. You're paranoid.
Great.
You have a paranoia, and you will have a penalty of 2 dice on your checks while you're suffering this compulsion. Okay, you're going along, but you're doing a bad job in like stealthing around. Andre, you're seeing Evie trying to stealth around, and she's doing a terrible job. And I need you to roll a intelligence plus technology, and add your specialty with
Another. Yeah.
yes.
Cool. Here's hoping that I don't join the crazy train. Whatever this is.
Come on, are we 4 out of 5? 4 out of 5?
I think I'm joining the crazy train.
Oh my god, really?
I'm not
right.
joking.
Once.
I think that's a
Where'd you
bestial
get-
failure.
Wait, what did you roll? What did you roll?
I have my little chart. Where'd it go? No.
I'm getting
It's
just
no
Okay.
successes and a 1 on a hunger die, right?
I just realized, okay, we can't
Oh,
just
wait.
call failures if it doesn't fail. I just realized. So if it didn't fail, if the roll didn't fail, I think we're good. You don't suffer a compulsion.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but that is 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, you make it. You make it.
Okay. I was like, no, not
What
me
is your
too.
stealth again? What is your stealth again, Evie? Just to be sure.
It is a 0.
Oh, that's yeah. You
Oh,
definitely.
Evie.
suffer
And I literally
paranoia.
had just the 2 hunger die, and it was a 1 and a 2.
Amazing.
Nice.
So,
Mess.
yeah, that is, I think, the definition.
And then Aurelius, your failure earlier. What did you roll?
That was no successes and a 1 on a hunger die.
Okay, that's a failure. Cool.
Yeah.
So you don't suffer your compulsion, any compulsion. But you find Evie. You also find him in Aurelius's like books in his library.
Andre runs upstairs and very quickly like pushes the chair out of the way and is like very, very rapidly clicking and typing and switching through all the different camera feeds. And when he finds this figure, does he recognize it? Do I recognize it? Do I know
It's the same guy. It's the same guy.
Oh, it's just a Nancy. Got it.
It's just a Nancy. For some reason, might have been like 1 quick second that you guys didn't look at him. That he did a switch.
In the Haven, where I'm assuming Aurelius's books are in the most pristine location in the entire building.
Yes.
Yes.
In proximity to my horrible surveillance den, where is that?
About 2 floors down.
Okay, so I can't do something fully stupid, which is great. He clicks through everything. Rowan, are you right behind? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I think I was following you.
The trickster guy, he's in with Aurelius's library.
Oh, I haven't been here. Where's this library?
Down.
Okay.
Evie, he's downstairs.
Don't.
You need to learn to
don't
walk
shout.
quieter.
You don't. It's probably. He could probably hear you.
Okay, now the lovebirds. So you guys went to the went to the window. You're
Wall.
to the wall. To the blood drip down the wall.
She went to the window. I went to the wall.
And by the window, are you jumping out?
I mean, I wasn't very clear on where the footsteps were.
Yes.
So she just wants to get from point A
To
point B.
Okay, so
Less
you go down.
as far as like whatever way would be the normal path, and more like whatever's in my way is getting broken. Kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay. So
if it's like the fireplace, maybe she just like goes down through the fireplace, arrives sooty one floor down out of another fireplace, or like
no, let's say you break the banister and you just jump down.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
she's just big mad.
Yeah, and Aurelius, you follow suit, correct? But more in a manner of using the stairs.
Using the stairs, but using celerity. So rapidly, but not as destructive.
You basically get down at the same time, and you start hearing somebody in your library.
Library.
The library.
Elizabeth breaks the door, and immediately, like she does.
Aurelius
the whole,
is pushing open the door, and then just gets shattered, and he's holding the doorknob.
Yep.
And she just immediately like goes up to him with like just like I don't know. She like grabs his neck if she can get within that range.
Okay. So, your intent. I need you to roll me a athletics and brawl.
Is it question? I don't know how this works because it was an illusion, but the entrancement, was it actually on him, or did he like just see that I had done it and pretended?
Yeah.
That's stupid. I don't like it. So sorry. Athletics and what?
Brawl.
It's very
Athletics
rude
and
of him.
brawl. Isn't it
Yeah.
supposed to be physical and skill?
Yeah.
So like dexterity and
Oh,
brawl?
I mean,
Strength and
dexterity and brawl. Sorry, that was my bad. Yeah. Or
I have-
athletic, or if your athletics is better.
No, they're the same. It
Okay.
doesn't matter.
And
I have
Aurelius-
2 successes on that.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, Aurelius, as she goes for the throat, he tackles him full force around the waist.
Okay.
Cool.
Roll
So
me the
one or
same
the
thing.
other of us. 2 successes.
Okay, and I'm adding my specialty for brawling against kindred.
And I
2,
feel
3.
like we're kind of both doing the same things at the same time, but it's like instead of being like a comedy of errors or like farcical, it's more like we have moved together so often that it still looks like it's intentional.
It looks like you guys are moving in tandem.
I
Right
just
now.
want everyone to know that it's not like we're not, like the
You
Three
just look
Stooges
good,
here.
yeah.
It's a ballet, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So, what was your success?
I also got
Vijay?
2 successes.
2 successes. Well, I got 3.
Well, you can suck.
Well, is it like 4 together?
Yeah, maybe.
Here's what I'll do. I'll roll another one for the second. Okay.
Okay.
That's a
So
crit.
3 versus. Oh, good.
So that's a 4. So a 3 and a 4.
200-year-old vampires versus one
Yeah.
little petulant.
I will. You don't know how old this guy is.
We're letting our senior
Shit.
citizens get into a fight.
Yeah.
Technically,
Wow.
Old, help me.
Evie knows
Wow.
that they're an NCLA too. They are also like
Yes, Evie knows most of it. Okay. I need you to.
Mhm.
Actually, he's gonna do this to. He's gonna do this to the angry one.
I'm very angry. That's true.
Exactly. I need you to roll me composure plus wits.
Composure plus wits. Okay. I have a single success. And if that's a failure, one of my failures is on a hunger die. So that's fun.
That's fine. It's all good.
Okay.
So, so he dodges. He jumps behind a table, and as he dodges, you notice that as you look into the corner of the room, you see a crouched figure. And it looks at you, and it is, pristine in one side and deformed on the other. It is Jeremy, and he is on fire.
Wait.
You see this.
Okay. Okay. Well, fire bad.
Jeremy on
Yeah.
fire worse.
Yeah, so Elizabeth had like very angrily, like single-mindedly barged into this room and attempted to throttle this guy. Failed because he's too dexterous. And maybe she's like turning to like go again and then sees Jeremy on fire, and she doesn't often lose her composure. I have a lot of composure. I've got 3 dots in it. Like, I'm not
Your obsession
uncomposed.
changes, I would say. I feel your obsession goes either one or two ways. I'm gonna let you choose.
Yeah, I can't have both.
Yeah.
I think she like.
Oh no. I'm gonna let you choose from these 2 options right now.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Would you try to help Jeremy? Or
Oh, no, I'm
would
terrified.
you or would you do Jeremy's request prior?
He's on fire.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch him.
Yeah, but
I don't want
will
to be on
you-
fire.
But will you throw something at him to kill him to make his pain quicker?
I mean,
Or would you get repulsed and be...
I feel like was this role was like, is she not composed? Was this a failure? Obviously, it kind of was a failure.
This is a chemistry power again.
I don't know that. So I feel like
it's an illusion.
She's terrified and disgusted, and probably like goes into the farthest corner away from where Jeremy is, and like covers her face with her arm and like pushes herself against the bookshelves and is kind of like clawing at them as though to get like farther away. And is making this strange mewling noise.
Okay. Andre, if you're still looking at the room, you see this.
Oh, I was running downstairs. I was actually
Yeah.
going to ask if I'm a speedy
Yeah.
boy.
Same here.
You guys
Yeah.
notice.
Anyone can witness.
Well,
my
I mean,
demise.
running down to be like right behind them because I was running downstairs.
Yeah. So you guys witness this. And he says, all right, you know, if you don't have it here, because it looks like you don't, I'm just going to leave. And he looks at you, Aurelius.
Everyone takes
Now-
up her gun.
Yeah, Andre's got his baseball bat.
As much as Aurelius is not really a leader, he's got it in his blood. So he stares down and says, "You call me a Camarilla dog. You should know when you are a rat caught in the mouth of a hound. Stay where you are." And I'm going to try using Mesmerize again.
Okay.
Here's my rouse check. That is a 10.
Running out of willpower for this.
And would you say this is related to my compulsion? Because I'm trying to order him to do something so I don't take a -2 dice penalty on it?
No, you don't.
Okay. Excellent. That is manipulation plus dominate. Excellent. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, I beat it by 1. I'm gonna tell you right now, though, he can only do one more thing. He can only fail one more time. He's been failing a lot. I've been spending a lot of willpower on this guy.
Okay. Well, that's sort of right.
Yeah, if he so much as twitches, we're running on him.
Well, I was gonna say I might just want to shoot him in like the leg or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All squad, let's go.
Yeah, I'd like to make the shots silence again so that we do not get the cops called on us. What do I roll for this again?
Resolve and firearms.
Okay. I think this is gonna be pretty good. Okay. Oh, come on. I had 5 dice. 2 successes.
Successes?
Actually, if I use the willpower, how many can I reroll? Is it
up
just
to
one?
3 that are not hunger dice.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna reroll 2 of them.
Sure. I'm gonna tell you that right now he misses by 1. So I only got 1 success. So you're still gonna do damage regardless.
Okay, well I have 3 successes now.
Okay. So with 3 successes, you do a significant amount of damage to him. He takes it in by the chest. You see, Aurelius, your desk that is so like your mahogany desk is now splattered with blood. The curtain is also a little bit bloody. It's not a lot though, because
Red velvet. It's definitely red velvet. He is a vampire. He knows how things work.
Okay. He stumbles back, and there's a window, and you hear a doorbell.
Andre's running at this guy. He's trying to grab him.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Excuse me, I didn't invite anyone here. Why is someone ringing a doorbell?
Yeah, who's ringing our doorbell?
Yeah, I think when the doorbell rings, Evie will probably be walking in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming you want brawl? What do you want from me?
Yes.
What are we doing?
Brawl.
What do you want
Strength
from
plus brawl. Or dexterity, whichever you want.
Thank you. You're a kind and benevolent leader. Okay, that is 3 successes.
4 successes.
Damn it!
Okay, I'm gonna need you to do something for me. Actually, no.
Oh, do it.
He's had enough. And he is going to, no, he didn't have that. He would have found it if he did. No, he's not gonna do anything. He is actually gonna, just jump out the window. And yeah. No, he's not gonna jump out the window. That's he's all out of moves. He's Evie, you go to the door.
Out of love.
You go to the door, and you notice there's 2 figures outside. Elizabeth, you're noticing that the illusion is gone. Somehow, this gunshot made it disappear. His concentration was broken, and now he's in deep shit. And yeah. He's just like, come on, I just need, just give me the book. Just give me.
Why don't you just show us who's actually the dog here and you heal? And I'd like to use Daunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Daunt is automatic, correct?
Yeah.
And Daunt
Is there any way to see?
Basically to intimidate him.
Is there any way to see whether this is an illusion too?
The 2 men at the door?
Yeah, give me an intelligence plus awareness.
Okay.
So Fab, so you don't have to look everything up all the time. I get to add my presence rating to any intimidation rolls.
Okay, roll
and
me,
if he wanted to try and attack me, then he would have to.
He's at a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll me
roll.
Roll me a manipulation and intimidation, and add your presence to it.
I have 3 successes on seeing whether he's an illusion. Just.
He's not an illusion.
Okay. Good to know.
I rolled like
Please continue.
absolute hot garbage, but that's 2 successes.
2 successes. He's like, all right. Look, the doorbell's ringing. Aren't you gonna get that?
There's other people that live here, you know.
Look, All right. He just backs up, and
I haven't resolved my critical thing, my obsession yet,
yes,
right?
yes, not yet.
Okay.
But I feel like if the two of you make him do something that you want, you will be able to get rid of this compulsion.
Do we still have the rope that we tied illusion?
It's still
version up
upstairs. It's still upstairs.
I look to Aurelius, and then
snarling.
I grab a chair with wooden legs, and I snap one of the wooden legs off the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to put him in torpor. I want to stab him in the chest with a wooden stake.
Okay.
Can I help her with this? I mean, I've
what
got him.
I would like to do.
Yeah,
And that would
I'd like to...
be my version of controlling the situation.
Of course. Yeah. We
And
can do that.
if I
Empire
have
mute button.
the ability to do it, I'm gonna try and bite him.
You're gonna try and bite him.
We all know.
God.
We all know how that tag team works. And
Let's resolve the
Elizabeth
bite
says-
first.
yeah, Elizabeth says something along the lines of, no one pulls the wool over my eyes and lives to tell the tale, or something cool like that. I don't know.
Hey, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Okay, do me a strength plus brawl for the bite.
Yeah. It
Add
is
your
a
specialty.
brawl-based attack.
Add your specialty as it is.
That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. This is related to the compulsion. So 2, 3.
I think it's hilarious that Elizabeth is like, I'm a consensualist, but Aurelius isn't.
Yep. Well, the thing about Aurelius is he's actually a little backstory, but he has a whole thing about not attacking humans. So he might be bad to vampires, but I think maybe they would vibe together.
I feel like we could. There's a moral code that we could wiggle around both of these things.
The third person in the room would disagree.
You know, give the third person 100 years or so in our company, and maybe they would come around.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
I've noticed he's not very bright. Oh no.
What you get?
What'd you
That
get?
is, I got a crit. So that's 4, 5, 6 successes. on my
Okay.
bite.
A messy crit on a bite?
I just got 5.
Not a messy critical. Not
Oh.
a messy critical, but
Just a regular crit.
2 10s. So
You got
I
5
got 5.
successes? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So, he takes one aggravated still. But you bite him. How much do you drink?
So on turns following a successful bite attack, I can feed from the target. I've just bit him. I can't feed from him yet.
Really cool. How much do you want to?
Okay.
Well, considering
A
there's
feeding
there's
attack increases
stake
the
at
target.
his chest, that's like
Well, he's not staked yet. We're gonna.
it's there though. It's ready to go.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
It's threatening.
Currently at 1 hunger, and I have to drain him dry in order to reduce my hunger to 0. So I'm basically just gonna kind of drink one hunger from him, but I'm not trying to drain him dry. I know it's
Okay.
not going to reduce my hunger. It's just
Cool.
that much.
That's
Thematic.
okay. Cool. Now,
Active dominance.
roll
Yes.
me a strength plus melee, and add 3 to the roll because you have a lot of help here. And
Me?
yes.
Oh, strength plus melee. Okay.
Yeah, and you add 3 to the
If
roll.
I don't have anything in melee,
What?
then do I have to like roll twice and take the lower, or I don't know how that works?
No, just roll the pool that you have and add
Okay.
3 more dice. Yeah.
Okay.
Rule of cool is always king. So,
Okay. I'm gonna use the willpower to Oh wait, I can only reroll 1. Never mind. I'm just gonna go with 2 successes, and if it doesn't
Hey,
work, then
no.
Andre can do it.
You only needed 1, honestly.
Oh.
I just needed you to have 1 success at least. So you see him torpid. You
Elizabeth isn't used to being like a strength kind of vampire, so this is very like
Yeah.
she feels the stake shudder through his chest and reverberate through her arm, and there's like a little like noise of surprise, like an but like not like an
Mhm.
involuntary noise of surprise, and she's just like, oh
amazing.
well,
I need okay. We're gonna resolve this. This is not gonna kick in yet first. Evie.
Yeah.
You went to the door, correct?
Yeah. And I saw 2 figures. Do I recognize them?
You recognize one of them.
Okay. What at?
So it's 2 figures. One is a guy in a corduroy jacket with a scarf. You, with your sense of smell, you think he's kind. You think he's a ghoul. And
Okay.
next to him is a woman in a very elegant pantsuit, thick wool coat, silver hair, and ice blue eyes.
Okay.
She
I-
is the La Sombra Primogen, to your knowledge. This
Okay.
this is Miss Lovas.
Okay. Yeah. She is going to just have the blade naked in her hand and open it and be like, "Good evening, Miss Primogen. What are you doing here? How can I help you?"
She looks out, and you now see a tow truck towing the car that was thrown near Rowan's truck. It's like, we heard a little bit of commotion. We
Yeah.
wanted to see what was going on to this new coterie of yours. May we come in?
Yes, of course. Come in. And I'm going to, knowing that everybody is downstairs from where I am. Right?
No,
'Cause
they're on the same
where
floor
are
as
they?
you are.
Okay, I am going to lead her to whatever sitting room is furthest away from that bullshit.
There is the sitting room right to your immediate right when you enter
Okay.
the room. Enter the
Perfect.
house. And you see the guy is like, "Hi, I haven't seen you before. It's my name's Terry. I was one of the contractors that worked on your Haven.
Hi, thank you for all of your work. It has been extraordinary. We did not expect it to be this nice after
amazing.
such a short
You
time.
know that fills my heart with joy. Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I just came here. Miss Lovas wanted to see how the security was and everything. So I thought I brought her here. I wasn't really expecting a lot of people right now. I thought I was just gonna maybe see Andre or something. But it's nice to see you.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to get him for you?
Oh no, ma'am, I work for the lot of you. I respect you, and I'm pretty sure you're just as capable. So I'm just here to show Ms.
Yeah,
Lovas
totally.
around. And you see, it's Annie. Just don't even. And she sits down. All right, look. My thing here is kind of done. I just wanted to go around. I'm gonna head out. All right. You guys have a wonderful evening. If there's anything, ma'am, just let Andre know he has my card. I can come over if I need to fix anything or have to send one of my boys to fix anything. All right.
Hey, beautiful. Thank you so much.
All right. You guys have a great evening. And he walks out, and you hear the lot of you hear the door close. Andre, you heard Terry's voice.
My guy, Terry.
Yeah.
Your guy. All right. So Miss Lovas is now in the sitting room with me.
Yes.
Maybe it's just like, so can I get you anything? Do you need information about what happened earlier?
No, I just heard that there was an accident outside of the New Haven, and well, I would rather I take care of it than call Agan, as he might be a little too aggressive when it comes to these things. So.
Yeah. I don't think it needs a whole lot of taking care of. It just seems like somebody was maybe drunk driving, and there was a little bit of commotion over the vehicle that is parked outside getting hit and being damaged potentially. That belongs to one of ours. So there was just a little bit of hullabaloo. Nothing too crazy though. I think it was just
You're still a little bit paranoid right now.
Yeah, so she's like very anxious, and like there's a non-zero amount of like checking corners and like really desperately hoping there's not like going to be an eyeball in a corner that she's not expecting to see. So very apparent that she's super nervous and just like, get the fuck out of my house. This is not the time for you to be here.
Okay, and while you're doing that, the rest of you see this guy, a Nancy, lying down in torpor. What do you guys do real quick? As you're hearing that you guys have a guest in the sitting room.
Andre very carefully lowered Anansi to the ground. Just like, we're just going to do this as quietly as possible. Staring at Aurelius, just like, you can stop biting him now.
Do you want me to make a composure check to let go of him?
No.
No?
Yeah, I think you're good. I think you have shown your dominance, and the compulsion for the both of you are gone.
Yeah,
Wipes
Elizabeth
his mouth
like
and pulls
brushing
out a
the
red
dust.
handkerchief. Just like dabbing.
You both all right?
Oh, you know how it is. Sometimes,
Yeah.
just comes over you. I'll be fine. Probably.
Maybe we just need to develop some kind of method to deal with invaders, a structure or a plan that could help for
Perhaps
next
the
time.
Tremere.
If they come structured and planned, we'll work on that.
Perhaps the Tremere that lives with us can set up some kind of ward.
I think she did some of that already.
Well,
But we
she
brought
needs
him
to-
in.
That's
I
true.
think that's our bad.
That's true. Can't blame her for everything, I suppose.
Who do you
Okay.
think is here?
Should we check? Am I covered in blood? Maybe. That's fine. Vampire.
You're covered in a little bit of blood.
It's aesthetically like sprayed over my dress. Dark blue. It's fine.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
giving Stephen King, it's giving Scream.
Aurelius, I need you to make a stamina. Do you have fortitude?
I do have fortitude.
I need you to make a stamina and fortitude roll. And you need to beat a 9.
Beat
Sorry,
9
what?
successes?
I'm
I drank
sorry.
some fucky blood, didn't I? There's no way I can roll 9 successes. I have 3 stamina and 1 in fortitude.
I believe
So.
in you.
Here we go.
Hey, you could hit a bunch of crits.
I mean,
That
how many
is-
do you need?
10, 9, and 2. So 3 successes. Which is a pretty good roll.
Okay. You got 3 successes, right?
3 successes,
Not
yes.
a 9.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You convulse and drop to the floor.
What the hell?
And you start vomiting blood, and veins pop out of your neck. And we will take a break from there.
Fucking
Not the
Don't
end of the
worry.
game. We're just gonna take a break, just a
Doing
quick
good.
bio break.
Appreciate you.
Everybody in the
Aurelius
chat,
is having a bio break.
thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys are entertained and having fun. We will be back in 5-10 minutes. We're just gonna do a bio break. Make sure to stand up, hydrate, do a little stretch, and we'll be back soon.
Yeah.
And we're back. Howdy, everybody. It's me, Babs. I did something bad to our players.
Did you?
Listen, he did it to himself.
He
It truly did.
I did.
Nobody-
That is blood drinker blaming.
Yes,
Okay.
actually, that's exactly what it is.
You'll notice I do that all the time.
It is considered idolatry. I think it's against the
Duel
rules.
Vandal,
literally.
thank you so much for using your Prime subscription. You are
Wow, I
amazing.
Hey,
I know
thank you,
didn't
Levi.
thank me. I know
Oh,
you didn't thank me
we
for
were
using
in the
my Prime
well.
subscription.
Thank you, Blue Jay. We were in the middle
Wow.
of the game. All right. Anyway, just so you guys know, you can actually help these kindred out if you so please. If
I
you
could
want
use
to
it.
give, if you guys want to give Rousery rolls, you can do that by channel points. You can do that by donations as well. You could also give them a feeding opportunity if they are so in need of it.
We've had too many of those.
We also can give them flashbacks. Remember, Blue Jay, you still have a flashback from last week.
I have a flashback.
Yeah, flashbacks enable them to go back in time, do something that will help them in the current situation that they are in.
Can I go back in time and prevent
if it happened
prevent-
already, unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so I have to be going back in time before the event has its consequence. Got
Exactly.
it.
But yeah, you can do that. All proceeds obviously go to the channel and help us grow the channel. We're coming up with a lot of different shows soon, but we'll talk about that at the end of the game. Last we left off, they have apprehended this man named, only known as Anansi to the coterie. It wasn't so much of a combat. It was more of a let's throw everything at this guy and make him regret his choices. And I bet he does. Unfortunately, one of our coterie members as well might be regretting his choice. Aurelius, you took a sip, and with that sip, you fall to the ground and convulse. You start throwing up a little bit of blood. Your sight just goes blurry and impaired, and you take 3 aggravated damage. The feeling is like fire, like burning in each of your veins. It comes comes from your sternum, and it spreads out to your limbs and to your neck. You're experiencing in human terms an awful migraine, a head-splitting migraine as you start tears of blood start pooling at the corner of your eye and starts to drop. Your nose as well starts bleeding, and the rest of you, 3 of you, I might say, witness this happening. Yeah.
The fuck?
I feel that there's like a moment of shock, and then there's a remembering all the weird crap this guy's blood does.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, between a moment and the next, like, again, I don't have celerity, but I am a vampire. So, like, one moment to the next, like, she's, like, on her knees, not in the blood pool, because who knows what that'll do.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, leaning over, Aurelius, like making sure that he's not like the CPR, like the first aid stuff, making sure he's not choking on the blood, even though I guess he wouldn't die if he did, but like still like turning it on his side and
It tastes like fire.
that's not good generally. And does he like at any point stop seizing?
He stops.
Or
He does
okay,
stop.
okay.
He's still. You see him shake and is visibly weak.
Kind of
Yeah.
curls up on his side and into himself.
Yeah, and she's like, how do you tell if a like obviously you're not okay. Never mind. How do you tell if a vampire's doing okay? You feel for their like heartbeat, or like what do you do? Like do you like read a pulse, or like
He's
make a
bleeding from
medicine
multiple
check?
orifices. He's not okay.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty obvious. Yeah, so I, out of a multitude of care, would like to sense the unseen to kind of check and see if this blood is like actively gonna grow eyeballs at us like the other stuff.
I'll give you that as a freebie. Give me actually an intelligence plus occult.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I just want to look over our staked friend and like see. First of all, like we already pat him down. I knew that he had like stuff on him, but like I want to see if there's some sort of indication as to why his blood is doing this, and should I be worried because I definitely have his blood.
Do me the same. Do me the same roll.
Yeah, I got 2 successes on that.
Add one more. Roll one more die. Because you're using Seen the Unseen, and
Still
we're
2.
doing really cool. So 2.
Yeah, still 2.
Still 2.
I'm doing occult and intelligence.
You can't really tell if this is gonna spring out like eyes or whatever. But what you do know from the occult roll is, the potency of the blood is within him. So, if you don't ingest it, you're good. But you do notice that, kind of like your dress got a little bit of blood on it, kind of like bleached out a little bit.
Cool.
The drops kind of bleached out, and this kind of miffs you a little bit. What is your roll?
2.
2 successes.
Yeah, it was intelligence and occult, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It must have been it must have been some preventative measure, like based on you were like, this guy came here with a purpose. He must have planned this before.
Yeah. Cool.
This is probably something that he did probably prior.
This is why you don't drink kin blood, you idiot.
If you are so quick to judge, then you can leave and help Evie with whomever it is downstairs. We will handle this ourselves. And she immediately like turns back to Aurelius and is basically just doing the like, are you okay? All your limbs are here. Are you still burning? Like,
yeah. While you're doing that, you do notice a little bit of yourself glancing at the corner where the illusion of Jeremy was. And then you continue carrying.
While she hesitates on that, Andre just walks out of the room. He's like, this is a suggestion I will follow, actually, and just walks.
I'm going to need blood, a lot of blood. Clean blood.
Elizabeth like helps you to sit up and like cradles you against her chest and like leans her neck open and is like, you have it. All you have to do is ask.
I think Rowan is still there.
He's still here.
Right?
I was about to ask you, what are you doing?
You know that Evie has a supply full of human blood that we can go to and not just drink possibly Elizabeth's blood right now.
He leeches on.
You know better than
Very
that,
tenderly.
Rowan.
They
And-
walk out. They're gonna go
Tenderly.
follow Andre. They're done with this shit.
Okay. Normally you would suffer some hunger because you're losing blood, but you know what? Fuck that. This is a great use of.
I know you can hunger me. I've only got 2.
No, it's fine. I
Okay.
like where this is going. I reward.
Fine, be nice. I
Of
don't care.
course. As you guys are taking this tender moment, Evie, we're going back to you. And the two of you feel free to jump in when you feel like you have gotten Evie, is there something? You seem a little spooked. Is there anything going on?
Oh, I think we're not used to being in the house and around each other, and so it's just, I keep hearing people walking around, and it freaks me out because I'm so used to being, alone in my lab, and so it's just, this is not normal for me.
You see, as you see that, a little bit of the lights kind of grow dim around her, and she then says, perhaps there was a wraith in your residence?
Perhaps. My new roommate, Andre was saying something about the house is haunted, so I'm very tired. I've been spending so much time warding the house, just getting the whole place covered. It's a lot of blood. I had to get quite a few meals in today.
This is
more than normal.
What I failed to mention earlier, because there were so many things, she actually has a box, a carrying box with her.
Yeah.
And it's good that you've had the ward set up. I came with a housewarming.
Oh, that is so sweet of you. Oh my gosh.
She opens the box and it's a cage. And you see out comes a white cat.
Okay.
Well, some of us, as you know, have an aversion for certain things.
Yeah,
If there's anything that this can do, it can definitely avert one of our friends.
At this moment, Andre storms in. Speak of the devil, 2 minutes later he'll appear.
With the cat, your paranoia kind of dissipates.
As soon as I see it, I'm just like, "Aw," and reach for the cat and try to pick it up.
I didn't realize we were ordering takeout.
Whoa! No! This is a pet!
Why?
Okay, I know you're a baby, but white animals sometimes stop other vampires or cause them
Sure.
problems.
Yeah, I've seen some of that.
Yeah, so pet, because the house might be haunted, right?
Yeah. Oh, hi.
Yes. You must be the Bruja that they have mentioned. I've heard of you. I've looked into you. You seem very capable in your...
That's very comforting.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Annie Lovas. I am
Miss
of
Lovas.
course, yes. I am of course of the Camarilla, but
You're the Primogen. I've heard your name.
yes. She
well,
hands out
thanks.
her hand to shake yours.
He very like he's gonna come in and slap it for a second, but then at the last second takes it and pulls her in for a little kiss on the hand.
You're charming. Well,
You're welcome. Good to meet you.
I also arranged with Terry that a bunch of wildflowers be planted outside of the house.
Nice. It's a nice landscaping. Is that also a thing that I'm forgetting exists? Not as smart as Evie here.
Well, I think I should explain to you the situation. More so than the Baron and the Prince have given you. These hauntings, before anything, is there actually a wraith in this house? Is this...
Not that I have detected. I'm not sure. This happened while I was out of the house. He's our sort of security expert in the house. He seems to be worried about intrusions, so this is a precaution. This was worth doing regardless.
Just there's voices. And he looks at Evie for a second, kind of checking in, is she cool? Is this cool? Am I running my mouth? Probably.
Roll me wits plus insight.
Who?
You.
I think Rowan has gotten here by now, and she just fucking stops looks at the cat and goes
You
over
Sure.
to pick it up.
You taking it from Evie?
Yeah.
Oh,
3.
3.
She
Three
seems
successes.
very sympathetic to your plight.
Cool.
She seems very caring. She gives a different air compared to the Baron and the Sheriff. The 2 Barons that you've met previously.
Yeah. There's voices in the house.
That must be Marionette.
who?
Like a puppet?
No, Marionette. She is a part of. She's a part of a competing sect that has popped up in the city.
Oh,
I'm talking about the spire again.
Just out of curiosity, if you were to assign an emoji to Marietta, would you just assign a woman by any chance?
An emoji? I'm
He doesn't
sorry,
know what that-
It's the
You
little
said you-
picture. It's like a smiley face.
they're just trying to clarify
All right,
things
Rowan.
about her.
If you're talking about something about technology, me and technology don't mix well.
If you were to put like a little cartoon with Marionette, would
Is she
it
particularly feminine?
Yes,
Okay.
she's known as the Lady in White in our circles. So
I see.
it's-
80 in white. All right.
yes, each of these members of the Spire have been given sort of, or at least taken sort of, these aliases. So
Would I know anything about the Lady in White? Just
yes,
Between vampire lore and
roll
vampire
me,
stuff?
roll me, politics and intelligence.
Okay.
And the 2 of you, if you guys want to join them in the sitting room, you guys are free to do so when you're ready.
I was gonna say, how long does the slaking one's hunger? Is it like a scene or is it like a turn or?
I
Well,
would say
I'll-
it's kind of like a scene. Like you guys have your own scene. You won't be able to. So for the purposes of this, roll me. So it takes 2 rouse checks to remove one aggravated damage. So roll
Right, I
me
have to
the.
do it one per night, right? I can't heal all at once.
You can try, but it's you need to roll the rouse checks. You're tempting the rouse checks.
Okay, so here we go. That is an 8 and a 9.
8 and a 9. You don't
Wow.
get hungry. You cure
1 damage.
1 damage. And you can keep doing that as we go through this. Just let me know after what your results are.
Yeah. I feel like I want him to heal slowly from this, so I'm gonna kind of save it for a few days.
Fantastic. Cool.
Alright. I got 5 successes.
5 successes. You have heard of them. Chester has held the title of the Warlock ever since he was a sheriff.
Okay.
You have heard that one of them is called the Fairy Princess. You've heard of the Lady in White. You've heard of Anansi, and you've heard of their leader, who is simply known as the Prophet.
Okay. So I know that Anansi is an epithet, not his actual like.
It's not
Given-
his actual
no.
given name.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, well, they've been stirring about the city, giving us a little bit of grief, and luckily enough, we have been able to apprehend their leader. Unfortunately, after they have commandeered our old sheriff, They have been a little. They have definitely been still capable, despite that loss.
Alright.
I am gonna send some information to you, Danny, that
Okay.
we're not gonna say out loud, but you can use it whenever you want.
Perfect.
So, the flowers, how do they help other than making a nice funeral for us?
Well, the old sheriff is averse to both white animals and wildflowers.
Interesting.
This wouldn't stop him, but it would definitely stave him from any advances if he finds the need to encroach on your haven.
Mhm.
Nice. Next question, is there a sprinkler system? Because I am not going outside to water them.
Don't
Well,
worry about it. I'll handle it.
if anything, we can get a bunch of ghouls to figure out the needs for the house.
All right.
If necessary. Also with her talking, I think Evie would like talking about like the aversions and stuff like that, just kind of like without saying anything, reach out, give her hand a little pat, and then like retreat back. Just as like very sort of like little gesture.
She notices this gesture, gives you kind of like a sharp look, and then it softens a bit, and she nods. Is there anything wrong? I might have heard a gunshot somewhere, but I wasn't sure. Outside is quite loud.
Must have just been a car backfiring.
Perhaps it's
Well,
interesting part of the city.
Rowan, you're muted.
Thank you. Sometimes gunshots sound a lot like fireworks or car explosions. It's not.
You know, there's college students not far from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just came here to see anything, and if you need anything, feel free to let Terry know. Terry is in good contact with my associates, and they can reach me if you ever need help. And I would.
Yeah, Terry's a good guy.
Terry is a wonderful and loyal, kind from us. Anyway, if you need anything, again, go to Terry, and I would suggest that you maybe reboot your security systems, as I have that effect sometimes.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
It's not my doing. Well, it's not that I want to. It's just how
Sure.
we are.
Yeah. No
And
hard feelings.
I
I'm just
apologize for
gonna nope. It's much appreciated. Just next time let me know when you're coming and I'll make sure to back everything up before you walk in the house. And he just starts walking upstairs.
Yeah. When you get there, you notice that your security system is fine, except whenever it is on her, it's just, you've seen the ring before.
Yeah.
It's kind of
absolutely.
like, it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
fucky.
yeah.
Oh my
She's
God.
kind of fucky on the camera.
So
And you know, Andre just stands there and stares at it. He's kind of actually a little enchanted by it.
Well, it was lovely meeting you all. And I hope that the Camarilla and the Anarchs both don't give you a hard time.
Sure they will. We haven't done anything to annoy them. So
I am absolutely sure they will give us a hard time, but thank you.
She starts walking, and she stops by the entrance and just simply says, "There was simply nothing in the back that you procured for the Barons. correct?
Have to confess, I maybe snuck a little bit of the drugs out.
That's not much of a problem.
I didn't think so, and then they got really intense, and I was like very confused as to why they were so upset.
Mhm.
So I didn't really want to say anything in the moment.
Good. She looks around the house, says, "Okay."
Right. Thank you for everything, though. That's very lovely. It's not the norm for what I was anticipating from a. Is this an official visit?
No,
Check-in? Okay.
no. Don't worry. I am only in my station because they need me to be in my station. If I had any inkling of things, I wouldn't be. Well, good evening.
Good evening. Well, thank you for the cat.
Yeah.
She gives you a smile, and she walks out.
Can Aurelius say something to Elizabeth?
Yeah, we're gonna go back to Elizabeth and Aurelius real quick.
Okay. He pulls away from your neck, maybe looking a little bit less dead, pale in color, as is his nature to look exhausted, and says very low and quietly, I still find it strange that trying to be what I would consider a moral entity in a society of kindred makes me out to be some kind of enemy, taking less lives of mortals. And now I am some kind of criminal associated with these. Well, with you, but with this strange entanglement.
And you must understand that to kindred, the blood is holy. You are drinking from the font. It's like if you were to go into a church and dunk your head into the holy water and drink the fountain dry.
And
They
that
don't
would kill me just as soundly.
Don't treat it as saving kind whom they consider less than animals.
They have laced the goblet with poison.
I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to take a shower, actually. There was someone at the door, but I'm sure they've handled that by now.
I will also clean myself up before I rejoin the rest of our coterie.
Would you like to save water?
No, I think it's...
Oh,
It's
darling, you know
probably
I'm
best.
teasing you. Go, get.
He goes and cleans himself up as well.
And as the evening goes, you guys are free to discuss the things that you guys were planning to discuss among yourselves. There is a body in Aurelius's study that is in torpor.
My books.
Rowan, you're playing with this cat during the night, and you receive a text, not on your phone, but on the phone that you procured on Daniel/Anansi's phone. After that text, do you read it?
Yeah.
Okay. You read it, it simply says, "Where are you?"
What time is it right now?
It's about, I would say, it's about 12. It's about midnight.
I think because Rowan is kind of a shit, she's just gonna respond, NMU, like not much you.
You see the ellipses typing. I'm not in the joking mood. Where are you? Then you see the ellipsis again. Never mind. Just answer the phone. And then you get a phone call.
Oh shit.
It's ringing. It's on silent, so nobody hears it but you. I don't know if Evie is still in the room while you're playing with the cat. I don't know if you've seen things.
I think they're hanging out together playing with the cat because they're both just like a cat. And probably
Evie.
have been arguing about naming the cat.
Yeah.
Evie, you suddenly hear a loud buzzing, and it's coming from this contraption that is in Rowan's hands. You know them as a phone?
She uses phones. She has a cell phone.
I thought you were like.
She's older, but like at a
Not like
necessity.
Aurelius.
Yeah.
No, at a necessity, she knows like lots of modern things, but she's
Okay.
like, she has like big gaps in her understanding. Like she doesn't know what AIM is. Like she's never had to interact with like instant messaging. She knows what a text message is.
Cute.
Okay.
Oh.
And it
But yeah,
keeps
so she's like,
ringing.
you gonna answer that, or are we just gonna let that one go to voicemail?
I mean, this is the guy that we just killed's phone, and I was texting one of his friends, and he
is he
wants to.
fully dead, or is he just in...
I think so. Do you want to answer? We could like start talking.
Yeah.
N-
What's it?
I don't know if I might
What
take
is the
this
name
back.
that says on there?
Really
When-
excited about this.
It says Chester.
Chester? Oh, yeah, no, she's definitely picking it up if it's
No,
Chester.
she's gonna like take the phone away from Evie now. You know what?
Just Chester! It's
No,
fine.
I'm gonna answer it.
You
She
shouldn't
just-
talk to the sheriff. You don't know what you're doing.
She presses.
Well, he's not the
answer on
sheriff
phone.
anymore, remember.
Have
Sis-
it.
Hello? Hello? Who's this? Lyran,
Who's-
stop.
What?
I am not in the mood for your games.
He doesn't want to talk right now.
Who are you?
I don't really feel like telling you.
So,
Like, oh, give me the phone.
is he still kicking?
Do you have any like ideas for like a cat name that's somewhere like in between something really flowery but also kind of dumb?
Still think Magnolia is good.
I don't think Magnolia is a good name.
Snowdrop.
So,
It's better.
okay. So you're choosing horse. Okay.
Do you want to maybe talk about it, or is it more?
I just want to know where Lyran is.
Like an out of character would now be a hilarious time for like Elizabeth to walk down the stairs and loudly say, "What should we do with the body?"
Yes.
To say during all of the
Okay.
like cat
Okay.
playing,
Upvote,
Andre was
upvote.
working on.
Elizabeth
Andre
is
was working on
wearing-
that.
Yeah.
Elizabeth is wearing a like a sumptuous like red silk dressing gown, and she's trailing her fingers down the banister, and she says loudly to the entire house, now that she heard the door close from the La Sombra Primogen, she's like, so darlings, what should we do with that fellow in the library? Burn him? Bury him?
From the next room, I'm working on it.
Evie is going to try to snatch this phone if possible from.
No,
Rowan.
Rowan's gonna. Rowan's
Right.
gonna get
It's
out
just
of
like
her reach.
holding her like
Yeah.
her arms. He's like, you know what? Do with him what you want.
Oh, okay.
I am just making sure that you understand what you're doing.
Is this
I
a
don't-
speakerphone? Does Evie know?
I mean, it doesn't have to be on speakerphone. You're a
I think you can
vampire.
still hear it, yeah.
Okay, sure.
I don't really, but I don't.
Honestly,
Don't know if you can help.
I don't really care what you do to him. What I do care about is what will be done once his sire finds out what you...
Well, as far as... Did I hear the conversation about the sire being locked up somewhere? Can't remember.
Sitting
Yeah.
room, right?
Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it sounds like we don't really have to worry about what his sire is up to. So,
Soon enough you will. And there's nothing I can do to help you or the rest of your coterie. So
Yeah. At that, Evie's gonna be like, Chester, hi, hello. It's just shouting in the general direction of the phone, trying to get his attention.
it looks like somebody wants to speak to me, if you don't mind.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone.
Rowan gives her the phone.
Hi. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so look, I understand things are really fucked up right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the prophet is not with you right now.
So you know of us.
I know lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Daniel, quote unquote, already tried to approach me once, and at this point,
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to him more about certain things. Or you and I can have a conversation.
I am more than happy to have a conversation.
Alright.
I do want to stress, however, if he is harmed, there is nothing I can do to help.
I understand that. So, let's just say, right now, he's my only bargaining chip, and you and I can have a sit. Does that sound good?
Of course.
And can you ensure that your coterie doesn't do anything stupid in the meantime? Because this was honestly like a pretty big breach. Let's be honest.
I do agree.
Yeah. So
I can promise that Neve and Marionette will not be involved. They are much more reasonable than Lyran.
Is that his actual name and not whatever
is.
the fuck he keeps saying?
It is.
Great. Because we have like 3 names for him right now. Not thrilled.
Well, at least you only have 3. Sometimes I have to deal with 15. Anyway.
Oh, he's a big slut. Good for him. Okay. So when would you like to meet?
It's up to you.
Can you give me till tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night might not be a good idea, but I'll give
Why
you a
is
week.
that? A week.
This is not
Generous.
Unfortunately, it does not concern you. It doesn't concern most of you. Give me a week.
Mm-hmm.
I believe one of your associates has my number, and as it seems, you also have a way to contact me.
Yeah.
So keep the stake in his chest if you could. Make sure you bind him. Keep him in a box. He's better off not being a danger to anybody. But make sure that when things go sideways, abandon him. Make sure that he is still recoverable. And nothing will happen to you or your coterie, or even your sire. Or your sires.
Think of the lies that come out of his mouth if we let him speak again. We'll make a determination then.
That's why I'm saying, keep the stake in his chest and he won't say anything. I have things to attend to. thank you for keeping him there, and I apologize for tonight.
Mm-hmm. No more weird eyeballs in our house.
I'll
No
tell
more weird voices in our house.
I'll tell Marionette to stop.
Thank you.
Click.
Roan's gonna try to quickly reach back for the phone before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Evie can pull it away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get the phone.
He's like,
There's
okay.
definitely a moment of like, so no answer then? We just don't care what we're doing with him? As
Oh
she,
no,
like,
we're putting
finishes
him in
defending this.
chains. We're putting
With
him
your
in
blessing.
a box.
Fabs. They just hear the sound of duct tape in the next room.
Oh, mine
Yeah.
are
Aurelius
chains.
comes out of the shower.
Wonderful.
And they just hear, I still think you should name the cat Sid.
That's not bad. I could do Sid if you could do Sid.
Like vicious.
No, don't put
What?
bring that in.
We've acquired a pet.
Sid
of
the
some
Vicious?
kind.
I kind of like Sid the Vicious.
No,
Oh,
like
Sid
Sid
the
Vicious, like
Vicious.
the musician. No,
I like
yeah,
the title, and it kind of it
You
has
probably
don't
hung out with
like-
him too.
Yeah. So I don't know who that is, but
We
Sid the
think
Vicious
so.
sounds great.
Okay. You know what? If you're gonna call him Sid the Vicious, I'll take it. And at this point, Andre has been like wrapping the stake into his chest for as long as everyone's been like showering and having
That's
conversations.
Funny.
Evie looks in on his work. It's like, very good, very, very good. Okay, we need a box to put him in.
Darling, we have plenty of human-sized boxes in the base.
I
It's so what we sleep in. Some of us with dignity.
Not everyone.
don't. You want to put him in one of your coffins that you sleep in?
I mean, I could sleep
Spare.
at my own home.
All right, let's use Elizabeth's then for sure.
Or I'm just gonna, and he like picks up the duct tape mummy to bring him downstairs.
That shit'll never decompose. It'll hurt when he tries to get it off too. Excellent.
Yep.
All of it will
Yeah.
be bad.
Don't mess
Very
with punk
uncomfortable
rockers. Just saying.
Punk rock vampires are the worst.
Not
And I
great.
love him so much.
So, who is it that rang the doorbell and delivered us this lovely little gift?
It's just a friend wishing us well. It was the permission of the
You
I'm
have so
sorry.
many friends, Evie.
I try really, really hard to be on everyone's good side because bullshit like this happens, and it's really nice when they're like, "Hey, would you like a couple of gifts to keep my ex away?"
I
Really,
mean,
really
Sorry.
good.
Sorry, your ex?
No, they're at.
Ah, I thought we were about to learn some juicy gossip.
I don't have any exes. I would, but you know, things keep
Oh.
happening. You show up, things like that.
I could be your ex if you wanted.
What is that? Is that
I'm out of
Is the-
character. Oh, what?
is that? What does that require us to date?
Good for you, Rowan.
Nice, Rowan. Very nice.
I mean, just for a little bit.
I'm. No offense, just not my cup of tea.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm so
Elizabeth
sorry.
too, so it's not you.
You don't like women?
No. No, I
Darling.
don't.
Darling, I've already had this discussion with her.
Aurelius turns around and exits the room very very carefully.
I'm of the opinion that give it another 50 years or so, she will be much more flexible, but
I mean, she's going to need to be if she's gonna. That's besides the point. But
Why?
sorry. So this quote recently, I don't know where it's from, but it's something to do with men are good for one thing and women are good for six.
yeah,
mean, Yeah, but they could be good for that one thing. I have friends. I
Six
don't
is
need to
so
be
much
friends with
better,
him.
darling.
It's just for marriage.
You know, if you wanted to live your
Why can't you marry a
small
woman?
life, that's fine. Do as you will.
Okay.
We still have to clear up what we'll be doing in terms of everyone trying to kill us over and over again over a book.
You just hear a
Well-
loud thud downstairs.
Well, we have phone contact of the people that are generally trying to kill us for the book now, so I feel like that's a positive.
Yeah. I mean, we're good for a week, and then we're gonna. Well, I'm gonna have a meeting.
You're
With-
gonna have a meeting.
Rowan, you can come too. Actually, that's fine.
A meeting where you will give one person or other this book so that they can handle the hordes of assassins. and
Maybe.
not us.
Maybe we could put a sign up on our apartment just to let people know, just a week of no assassins.
I
before
mean,
we-
I think that's
all I
asking for
know
trouble.
about Chester is that he's probably good for what he said, as far as making sure there's no more creepy voices or creepy eyeballs. Apparently, this bullshit wasn't on script, so like, don't worry about it for right now.
It did appear that this group, the Spire, was not entirely working together.
I mean, that's how a lot of coteries are. Look at us.
That's true.
When have we ever worked together?
We're working
Again,
together
50
right
years or so, I
now.
think it'll work out.
I don't really think it will.
I'm patient.
I don't know. I've known you for, what, 60 years now? Something like that?
Yeah.
You don't get any nicer. You actually get meaner, it feels like. So, don't
Oh,
think it will.
darling. I can be so nice.
But not to me!
That's because you won't let me.
Mm-mm.
Anyway.
Anyways, well,
Are
put
we
in a
done
meeting.
talking about dating now?
I mean,
Wait, we were talking about dating?
They were
That's how it
confused
started.
about my lack of interest in either of them. Like, just, I don't know.
Aurelius and Rowan?
no.
No,
No,
darling.
Elizabeth and
The two.
Maybe
They're both
you're not that
beautiful.
busy.
they are. I'm not questioning that. She is literally a work of art.
Well,
Yeah.
thank
This is
you.
known. I have eyes. I just don't want to, kiss her.
You just don't want to use your eyes? Like, I don't
Yes.
understand.
That sounds like a you problem.
I really, okay, out of character, I really want to try and use entrancement on Evie.
Wait, I could use presents on Evie at the same
Um,
time.
it's
Everyone's gonna
so-
have very weird bi panic in a second, maybe.
Yeah, okay, Danny. Can I do that?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
She is made to be.
I just wanted to
Annoyed.
get permission first.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I feel like if I catch on to Elizabeth doing this, I might do it as well.
So
Right.
it's a rouse check for me first.
Okay.
I do get hungrier, and then it's charisma and presence for me
After
versus
all that, this
composure
is
and
what
wit
does it.
for you.
Composure and wits. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Cool.
You've seen it here first. Straight vampire.
One straight vampire.
Just the
Single
book.
straight
3
vampire.
successes. Yeah. As I throw my dice on the ground.
I also threw one of my dice on the ground. We're matching.
Oh my god. Okay, it's gone. I don't know where it is, and I don't have any lights to look for it, so it's just gone. It was one of my hunger dice. Can I remove a hunger, please?
You can't reroll your hunger die.
No, I wanted to remove
Oh.
it from my sheet to only go down to 1.
Nope.
So how
can't
many
do it.
successes did you get?
I got 3.
Oh damn! I also got 3.
Um,
I feel like, what is it? What happens when?
I'll let you guys decide. If you guys want to roll one more die to see whose success is, or roll me a d10 who's higher.
Okay.
Bollocks. That's a 1, so almost
I got a
guaranteed.
1 too.
Roll again.
No.
This is how
Oh,
it's been.
no.
No. This is
Wait,
how it's
Rowan,
been.
you should help this situation.
Yeah, I have presents too.
It's been like this for 60 years.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. It's like
It's just like always on the edge.
Elizabeth like turns on the charm and like everyone can kind of see it going on, and she like pushes her arms against the back of the couch and like leans forward, and her like robe gapes a little bit, and she like has her sparkly eyes just like looking at Evie as she like leans even closer to her, and like she whispers in her ear, she's like, one tiny taste, darling, you know you want to let me.
Evie is just sort of like leaning away, going like, yes, I understand why men are very interested in you.
Everyone, darling, not just men.
Yes, because of vampire powers.
Evie
You're
raises
No,
also
a
because they
huge
have
eye.
eyes.
Yes, I understand. I'm not contesting your sexiness. This is so unnecessary.
But you truly are. Anyway.
Rowan, are you gonna try anything?
That's a good
You're gonna like
question.
sneak it in when she's paying attention to me.
I think as you're like leaning towards her and she's leaning back, I think Rowan is gonna come up from behind and just like.
I actually need this fan now.
I've read this fanfic before.
If you guys didn't know, we have fanfics on our Patreon if you want to support us.
I feel like I have to draw this like fan art for the spice.
Wait,
tier now.
this is the Anne Hathaway 12th Night.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just three girls.
All
I
right.
have
Yeah.
a lot of
Which is also
poly
good.
poses that I can
Yeah.
rough for this.
Okay. So you guys do your thing.
Mhm.
Anything else happening for the night?
I'm just gonna reboot the security system.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna take a picture of Sid the Vicious and send it to Chester.
Okay.
That's it.
You get a reply. Funny.
Yeah. One thing that Evie would do is if she has an opportunity to get down and be alone with Anansi Lyron. Lyron? What was his name?
Lyron. Lyron. Yeah.
She's gonna do two things. She's going to surgically implant a bloodstone inside of him in a very annoying place to get back out, probably
Okay.
close to his heart. She is also going to paint her blood on him very specifically,
Mm-hmm.
make sure there's contact there, and then wrap him back up with whatever amount she needs to.
Okay.
And she's kind of spits on him.
Okay.
Elizabeth, because her sunproof sleeping area, I mean, I guess this whole house is probably sunproof, but
It
because
is.
that is occupied and she's more hungry now than she was, is probably going to actually put clothes on and exit the villa and go to a late night artist bar thing and find whomever there she already knows and take them home.
Okay. Aurelius, what are you doing?
He spends basically the entire night just, I think, kind of curled up and recovering, maybe reading some books. Well, day. But like especially as the sun begins to come up, just make sure that everything is sealed off in the haven, and then this is kind of a unique experience for him. So just recovering, resting, regaining.
Okay. During this night, you go about your evening, just doing your thing. Elizabeth. You're on your romp, and you're just about to leave a speakeasy somewhere around the theater district. And as you're walking down the stairs with this beautiful companion, wonderful looking companion.
Always.
You hear clicks of heels behind you and says, "Oh, Elizabeth, is you?"
Deep breath.
And
Turns around with her arm still around the kind that she picked up for the evening. Who is it?
why am I blank? We know this person. We hate this person.
Is it the other redhead?
It's Isabella.
Isabella. So lovely to see you again so soon. Did you need another of my former...
Oh.
I don't know, would we use the word herd? Like, probably not. Like...
She before you
associates.
actually,
She just
yeah,
associates, yeah.
before you say that kind of like term or word, she says, "No, dear. I was wondering if you had a minute."
I have all of eternity, unfortunately.
Well, excuse us, dear, as they tell your companion to wait outside.
Elizabeth will whisper something in their ear about, like, something or other and, like, send them to where she's going to meet them. Just
They
get them
nod.
out of arm's reach.
They nod. You're waiting a little bit. You're looking, and you see they hail a cab. The cab stops. They get in. They kind of like shyly like give you a wave, and the cab rushes out. Hopefully, when you head back to your own house, that they are there waiting. So I must say, you really trained them quite well. Very loyal.
Well, you know, when your heart isn't a shriveled black lump in your chest, sometimes people actually like you.
If my heart was still beating, I'd probably find that quite hurtful, but luckily enough it isn't. Well,
not tonight, anyway.
Not tonight. I don't know if you've heard, but I'd like for you to hear this from me before anything else. That your precious Jeremy, unfortunately, has passed away. It seems that they have ran off to do their own thing. And unfortunately, he was found a clump of ashes near your New Haven. I'm deeply sorry, dear.
I think Elizabeth might have found this to be more shocking if she hadn't had that vision. But while she doesn't really understand how to make an illusion, it did look so real that it just like it seemed like something that had happened versus something that was made up.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, like that guy knew Jeremy enough to summon his image. So she isn't like aghast. And she turns to Elizabeth and she says, "One less harp string for you to pluck.
But still, little messenger told me that there's other toys around. Certain librarian you fancy."
If you keep going after my toys, I'll start to think you're jealous of me.
Oh, I would never. I'm only doing what I'm told.
Well, if I were you, I would choose my allies very wisely, because I hold a grudge, and I intend to hold this one for a very long time.
Your defiance sends her into kind of like this, not a fit of rage, but you definitely see that mean girl vibe of she bares her fangs.
But can also be a mean girl.
Yeah,
I feel it. I see it.
Yeah, she bares her fangs a little bit, and composes herself. says, well, you have a good evening. And she pushes through. But she's still there.
Isabella? Don't hunt in my domain. You aren't welcome.
Understood. And she heads out.
You're a saucy bitch.
Yeah. Andre.
What's up?
You are rebooting your system, and you're just looking at things, and then you notice outside of your haven a familiar face. Shit, I forgot the name that we gave this girl. I think it's in your notes.
Oh, we're talking about my friend.
Yeah, your friend.
Thrilling, like you read my mind. Their name is Tanya.
Tanya, yes, Tanya is there. She's a little bit drunk. She's with a shorter girl. Redhead, curly hair, like very emerald green kind of wool coat, and they're just like holding hands, and they're standing in front of your haven. And they're just laughing.
Andre, not thinking that this is suspicious, which is funny, grabs like just kind of a light jacket to throw on. Actually, he pulls a shirt off because it's got blood all over it because he's been doing all this gross shit.
Yeah.
And throws this jacket on over just like an undershirt. And just runs downstairs.
Amazing. You run downstairs, you open the door, and it's like, hey.
Hey.
I might have asked where you were staying, and they kind of told me that you were around this area. What you doing tonight?
Not much. You want to go somewhere?
Only if my girl. Well, we just met tonight, and
Listen, you can be friends that are girls. You could be girlfriends. I'm not picky.
awesome. Yeah, pick the place. I don't really hang out in this very affluent area, but maybe you can show us around.
Yeah, I just stay with some friends. Let's go.
And you guys just go. Where do you bring them?
I think he's gonna go to the closest, loudest, dirtiest bar that he knows in this relatively like okay neighborhood. Just somewhere where it's like shouting volume. Where it's hot and loud.
you find a spot, no problem.
Yeah.
And
he wants to just have a good time. Eventually, maybe settle somewhere a little private.
yeah. Along like the whole night, you're enjoying and somebody bumps into you.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
You notice this to be the actual sheriff, like the current sheriff, the guy that you met.
Nice. And after the knee-jerk reaction of "I will fight you," he kind of takes a minute. Can I?
Hi.
Good to see you.
It's wonderful to see you. I noticed you entered this establishment, and I thought I would present myself to the new masters of this domain.
We are that. Can I help you with something?
Oh,
Kind of in the middle of something.
Yes, I'll be quick. I just wanted to... I heard there was a commotion near your haven. Everything all right?
new people trying to posture in front of the new power in town. Don't worry about it.
I am gonna be blunt. I'm very exhausted of all the politics. If you know anything that can lead me, Esther, I will pay handsomely just to be able to get my hands off traitor.
I heard there were some goings on headed towards Jersey. You might want to check that out.
That's being handled right now. No, nothing to.
Something about a Nosferatu stepping out of line.
Oh, more so. Kind of.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got some more pleasant matters to deal with. But if you have any need for us, you know where to find us.
Make a wits and awareness.
Sure, yeah. Being a jerk doesn't get me out of every situation. That's crazy.
Almost. We're almost there.
Wits and awareness. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. You feel something drop in your pocket. It's up to you if you're going to react right now. But he acts as if he thinks you didn't notice. And then he walks out.
I'm going to let him walk away, but I'm going to put my hand on whatever it is, like the moment that he's not looking at my hand.
It's a rough stone. Crimson in color. And it is you notice that Evie had one of these earlier. It's a bloodstone.
Okay, so I understand at least a little bit of what this is.
Yeah.
Are there any other kindred in this establishment?
None. You know that this is a purely human.
Cool.
Establishment.
Is there a kind nearby that is giving me a dirty look?
Yeah. Let's say during the whole night, you get into an altercation with some dude.
Easily
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I want to drop this bloodstone in that person's pocket.
Yeah. Easily do so.
Yeah.
And you part ways. That's your night. Tanya and their friend ask if they can stay over. Because apparently their friend is from Staten Island and they didn't want to wait for the ferry. So
and Audrey is more than amiable to that, and does not ask before bringing people back to the Haven.
yeah.
We had a house meeting.
And very loudly enters the Haven with these 2 kind, because he's a very thoughtful housemate.
Yeah. And now, whatever happens there, we fade to black on that. Aurelius, are you doing anything in particular for the night?
Here's Andre come in, lets it go. Aurelius is honestly probably researching among his books as a form of recovery, maybe looking a little bit more into some blood power, and he's also trying to figure out there's like not an art gallery opening, like a vintage furniture estate sale coming up soon, so he can replace some things.
Oh yeah, I did rip the
Oh my
foot off.
god.
Okay. Whoops, sorry.
You definitely find some estate sales. And give me a research roll, like intelligence or wits plus academics.
You could make an estate sale happen.
I could I probably could just like tell the Camarilla, let's have a party. Bring
I
your
mean, you could tell
old-
any one of us in this house to go take an old lady out.
Yeah. State
But
sale right there.
that's against his code.
Hey,
I'm
what
just
Against
saying.
your
What he
code, not
doesn't
anybody
know-
else's.
what he doesn't know won't hurt him.
Honestly, you could just tell Andre
Yeah.
that old lady was saying shit about him, and he would probably take care of it for.
Oh, that is so lame for all the dice I just rolled. I'm gonna spend a point of willpower.
Sure.
That's better. 3 successes.
3 successes. You find pretty much a little bit of information about the spell that was used on. It's a type of blood sorcery that deals with poison. You're not entirely sure. There's like several poisons. There is a far more deadlier poison that you could have had, and you're quite thankful that it wasn't. And now you hear giggling all the way up to the stairs, and you're feeling a little bit exhausted. But because you did drink from Elizabeth, one thing that I might say that it's up to you how you play this off, but you feel this longing for Elizabeth right now.
Because of the blood connection. Yes,
You see a single auburn hair on your I don't know,
On my
the chair.
No,
destroyed
the air
chair.
coming from the window is brushing the red velvet, and it reminds you of her auburn hair.
Smells like jasmine and oleander, and all of a sudden.
Now, here's an interesting fact about Aurelius. He's not immune to romance and relationships. It's more like he wants a lot of things all the time, and he just ignores it so heavily. And he's drunk from a lot of different vampires and has felt like the tingling of blood bonds and connections. So this isn't something that comes in as new to him. He just has certain methods for like strong arm, white knuckle gripping his way through desire. And so he turns to like the driest book of French history he can find, and he goes all the way back and he starts like reviewing the history of his family and Napoleon, and like thinking about ways to elevate Elizabeth to power as a monarch in New York City, since that is one of his ambitions, is to have a monarch established in New York.
Okay. Alrighty.
Like comparing her to queens.
And
taking notes.
And as the giggling continues upstairs, it slowly dissipates as you focus your energy and your brain power and your thoughts into this until you feel the the exhaustion hit you. Evie, what are you doing?
After handling Lyran and just making sure her backup plan is in place, she's going to wait around for Elizabeth to come back and try to catch her and have
Elizabeth
just a
is not coming back.
She's not coming back.
If you want,
No, I'm going to sleep elsewhere.
Yeah, if
Remember?
there's something that you wanted to do with Elizabeth, we can retroactively do this.
It could have done before we left. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I would have tried to get like just a moment with her by herself.
Yeah, so maybe like she's coming down the stairs, like dressed up to leave.
Right,
And like you catch her there.
Yeah. And she's just gonna be like, hey, things have been feeling kind of weird lately, and just, are we good? Are we friends still? Like actually friends?
And then she laughs at first, like, you know, oh funny, friends, ha. And then she notices that you're like being serious, and she's like, oh darling, if I had anything against you, trust me, you would know.
It's hard to tell with you, because like you're just like so nice to Ari and so mean to me sometimes, and it just feels like it's not just favoritism. That I could probably deal with, but it's just like, man, this girl really hates me. And if that's how it's going to be, that's fine. I just want to know.
I have a brat tamer, Evie.
Oh, that's very funny, actually. Okay. Well, that's
I
good to
couldn't
know.
possibly be nice to you, darling.
That's...
Unless you really, really deserved it.
I just feel like
And she
there's a
winks
lot
at
of things
you.
about Evie's just like, "Bleh." So I don't understand that. That's weird. But that means certain things about Ari, and I think that's great. Anyways, I'm glad to hear that. And she will produce the scarf she found earlier. That was the scarf that was on Jeremy.
She found a scarf, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna turn it into a cat bed, but since you're not being a total bitch, you can... And I was going to present her with the scarf she found. And it's like neatly folded, like very nicely. I know it's one of yours, so figured you'd be missing it.
Thank you, Evie.
You're welcome. She's like put off by like the quietness of that.
You see that the ends are a little bit singed with fire.
Not crying, you're
Having
yeah,
feelings.
so Elizabeth, yeah, all of a sudden the like joking and teasing is suddenly like out the window, and she just like takes the scarf between her two hands, like as it's folded, and she like holds it to her chest in like a "this is an important thing to me" kind of way.
Are you okay?
Darling, I'm always okay.
Yeah, but you've never reacted to a piece of clothing like that. That's a lot.
Was there anything else?
No. Thanks for giving up your box.
I'm fully able to replace that. I won't be home tonight.
Okay.
Well, that's strange.
Have fun.
Anyway,
Fuck a lot of people. That's what you do, right?
you understand me so well. Yeah, I think that's it. I think then she'd probably just like, you understand me so well, like hair flip, storms out the door, forgets to lock it, sort of thing.
And Evie's just gonna be like, weird. Maybe I should have made the bed.
And lastly, Rowan, doing for the night.
I'm gonna go take my U-Haul and find a place to sleep. Because, well, what time of night is it? 'Cause I don't think I need to sleep yet.
Around this time, it's still like, 1 o'clock, 1:30. The city sleeps
yeah.
at 4.
I think that they'll drive around for a little bit and just try to find a nice spot where they can, park and sleep. Taking the cat with her without permission.
Mm-hmm. You park. Do you go uptown or do you go to a different borough?
I have no idea how New York works, if I'm being honest.
Let's say that you just go across town to Alphabet City.
Okay.
And as you're setting up your U-Haul, and you hear a commotion by an alley nearby. And you hear a female voice just saying, "Stop, give it back. Jeez, leave me alone." And you hear like, "Better shut the fuck up, bitch." And you hear a slap.
Do I see people when I look out the window?
Yeah, you see this guy about 6'4" wailing on a girl who's about like 5'2", maybe 120, soaking wet, like.
Okay. Rowan's gonna get out of the car. Just start walking over to them. Just kind of stand in front of them, looking at them.
You hear the guy, it's like, "You fucking bitch, clearly you were flirting with him. It's like, no, I wasn't. And you see she's starting to cry now. It's like, just let me go, please. And he turns around and it's like, hey, what the fuck you looking at? Fuck out of here.
You.
What for? Mind your own business, bitch. Get out of
Your
here.
hands are on fire. And she casts, was it chemistry? Makes it look like his hands are like falling apart.
This guy is
like
this guy is a kind. Works automatically, no check needed. It's like, what the fuck? Ah! And he just stumbles over and hits his head. It's like, and now that his hands are on fire, he touches the back of his head and it's bleeding. And what's your hunger at?
1.
1. It's not that bad, but you smell the sweet, the sweet scent of blood trickling down, from the back of his head to the nape of his neck, and staining, his coat. What the and he starts running. He just starts bolting.
Yeah, Rowan just kind of looks down at the girl, like, how is she doing at this point?
She's just crying. She's crying. She's picking up the lipstick and the compact, trying to put it back in her bag. You see that her cheek is a little bit swollen. You see that her jacket has been pulled. It's not ripped, but it's definitely stretched out from whatever altercation that they had. It's like, thanks. You see, she's attractive, like Latina, curly hair. She would have been all dolled up before all of this happened. You see that her jacket, her cream jacket is now a little bit dirty from the mud, from like kind of like puddles that were in like this alley. And she's wearing like a really nice evening dress. And she looking at her phone, and you see that her screen is just busted, just fractured into spider web.
Does he know where you live? Is he going to come back?
He does. I don't know. It's fine. I'll just get a cab, and I'll just lock my doors. Right? And she just fixes herself up and takes her bag, and it's like, shit. Looks at her phone, and like it won't even turn on. Can I borrow your phone or something? I just need a cab, and
I can drive you if you want. I mean, I know I met you in an alleyway, but I can still drive you if you want.
I don't want to trouble you.
It's not trouble.
All right. Okay. She hears kind of like a scuffle from behind, and she looks behind, very scared, and you notice that it's just like a cat passing by, like a street cat. And then she sighs, and it's like, please, yeah, I'd love a ride.
Okay. You see that U-Haul up there?
Are you moving or something?
I'm moving myself, but nothing else.
Okay. Look, are you sure? I live all the way uptown.
I just need to keep driving. It's okay.
All right. And she gives you an address. You guys get into the car, and then the U-Haul. She gives you an address all the way in the Heights, in Washington Heights. And gets out of the car. You guys have like a little bit of conversation. Tells you her name is Maritza. she tells you that she works retail, but you know, she also like has a server job. She's trying to get by. She's still in college. She's in her last year of college, and she's pretty much like into computer sciences and trying to get into tech. And when you get there, she's like, look, I feel like I need to thank you. Like, could I like buy you a coffee, buy you a drink sometime?
Sure. Yeah. Is he going to come to your work? Are you really? I kind of usually take jobs to prevent things like this, but I'm very willfully employed right now, so I have a little bit of extra time.
Look, he might bang on my door a few times, but it's fine. He acts tough, but he's nothing. Thank you again for helping earlier, but it'll be fine. I'm sorry. I don't think I caught your name.
Rowan.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually work downtown at a restaurant in the village. If you wanna meet up sometime.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the restaurant?
Oh, it's just an Italian restaurant. Like, she gives you a name of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, if anything, maybe I could just buy you dinner as thanks. This is really kind. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. But I didn't really do much. I just kind of walked up to you guys.
Do you know how many people would offer a ride in New York City? Not a lot. Look, I am really grateful, and I owe you one. All right. And you hear like this car with blaring Spanish music just pass by. It's like I gotta head up. It's pretty late. But thank you.
Out of curiosity, what part of town is your boyfriend from?
Oh, that asshole? He lives like 2 blocks that way. That's why I feel like I should head up.
Okay. Well, do you want my phone number? If he comes back, I can probably take care of him in one way or another.
Take care of him like what? Are you gonna off him or something?
Do you want me to?
You stupid. But she actually takes a pen out, and no, not a pen. Takes her lipstick out because she doesn't have a pen. She grabs your hand and
holds her arm.
she grabs your hand and writes it on it. Like, look, give me a call whenever you get the chance. I'll get if this phone doesn't work, I'll get a replacement phone and we'll get together. All right?
All right. Yeah. Just please, if he comes back, just call me. I can.
Of course. Yeah. You're gonna take care of him.
Yeah.
You're really funny. You're cute. And she just like walks off and goes into the building. And yeah. And you find a place to park. Not far from there, there's a park.
Can I briefly try to? I don't know how likely this would be, but can I briefly just drive around trying to look for this guy?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. You drive around looking for this guy. You can't find him.
Okay.
And you end up just parking somewhere, sleeping in your van.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And with that, the sun is rising, and our kindred are now in this silent state of sleep. Everything is beginning again for the living world, and you are all dead to it. We're going to end our session there, and we're going to continue again next week. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It's been wonderful. Hope you guys had fun. I had fun. Hope the players did. My name is Fabs. We're going to introduce the cast again. And you can follow them, find where they are, starting with Kai.
Hello, I have been Kai, also known as Andre. You can find me on almost all social media platforms as Estelle of Imladris. Just look for the spelling in the chat. I am a TTRPG performer. You will find me tomorrow on Mercs of Mischief, premiering my brand new series that I am DMing for the very first time on stream called Of Those Lost. It is a gothic horror fantasy 5e campaign running for the next couple weeks over there. You can find me here on Tuesdays, and then starting later this year in a couple months, I'll be premiering the first episodes of my podcast from the podcast that I've been producing. There's a lot of P's in there. Called The Lore Brewery, which is a multi-game home game, basically, podcast where we actually play in the same room with a bunch of RPG and performers having a grand old time. Yeah, that's me for right now.
Cool. Alex?
Yeah, hello. My name is Alex. You can find me on Twitter at Alder_Mancy and most other places at Aldermancy. I am also making games on Ko-fi and itch.io at Sword Ghost. And I stream every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time my homebrew horror campaign Strange Hungers over on Total Party Kiss, as well as a new RPG that I am also GMing. It's called Subdatum. We're playing Die RPG, also on Total Party Kiss, on Thursday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And I do freelance editing and TTRPG writing, so go check out some of my stuff on Twitter.
Blue Jay.
I'm Blue Jay, and I flirt with all of my castmates. Yeah, consensually. You can find me over on Twitter at BlueJay_712. You can find me on Instagram at BlueJay. It's very good. My Instagram is very good. I work very hard on it.
Yeah, the presentation alone.
Thank you.
Fuck.
I've been doing this banner for like 3 years, and I plan out Anyway, I every other week am doing a show on Wednesday nights. Welcome to Durlesque over on twitch.tv/Once Upon a Dice Roll D&D. And hopefully this week, restarting our Arthurian Legends D&D homebrew campaign, Sovereign, over on twitch.tv/The Lady May, MEA. It's been several delays, mostly due to COVID type things, which is very frustrating, but I wish all of my cast members every health and happiness. So hopefully this week for that. More flirting over there. I can't help myself.
Amazing. Emily.
Hi, my name's Emily. I am a artist for games and comics. You can follow me at Emily Pearson Art on Twitter and Instagram if you like the little portraits that are, I don't know which way it is, that are showing up on the screen. I did those. I am on the Hellions game on this channel on Mondays with Danny, who plays Xanth and Yenna. I have a book coming out on October 12th called Bonding through Vault Comics. So if you want to read a comic book about people falling in love with slugs on their chest, you can check that out at your local bookstore or comic book store.
And last but not least, Danny.
Hey, Danny playing Evie tonight. Come check us out on Mondays, and you can find me on Twitter at @ByShalane. And then the Etsy store that I have for things for DM specifically will be opening next week. So
Hell yeah.
it is. It exists. It's the Peony and Lotus on Etsy, but there is nothing in it yet. So maybe just favorite the shop if you're interested in things coming out.
Yeah. And again, I'm Fabs. Find me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do Manhattan by Midnight today. And on Thursdays, I do Reckoning in Dodge Shadow, which is our all-Asian post-colonial campaign using the D&D 5e system. You're also going to see more of me soon enough. We have been preparing for our Spooktacular for next month. So we're going to have a week of horror spooky games. Yeah, you can check out my Twitter, Rockets and Pens, for a lot of my updates and for my books and my covers and stuff like that, because we do comics as well. Be sure to follow us on Going Crit RPG on Twitter. That's where we have most of our announcements, casting calls, and stuff like that. If you're interested in playing with us, or maybe even like running a game, you can always reach out to us that way. If you want to see a bunch of smut and fan stuff, check out our Patreon. We have a bunch of spicy stuff there.
Sorry, if you want to see smut, where?
Yeah, it's on Patreon. You can click the button down there, and you can join us, and you can join our Discord for a wonderful community, and talk about the shows and talk about random stuff. You guys are wonderful. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us and spending time with us. Hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.